Good morning, this is Joanne from Colorado. It's another rainy day. My vines need more sunshine so those flowers will really pop out there. But the hummingbirds are happy this morning. I saw them trying to take a bath on a leaf in the tree the other day, and they're just buzzing all over the yard here. They stop at the flowers just in time for something else to chase them away. They're zigzagging away, and then they do it right in front of me while I have my camera focused somewhere else. There's several in this little batch of flowers. I just gotta catch them. I kind of took a few canna lilies out of that pot so the flowers could get more sunshine. Hiding in the multitude of flowers. Others, well, they were zigzagging up and down the trees. And a little blue space there. Well, the flowers are still hanging in there. This time of the year they need extra fertilizing because they've spent out a lot of that and the plants start getting really weak if they don't get enough. So if you still got hummingbirds and still enjoying your garden, make sure you keep them fed so that you still have them. I'm sorry. I like watching them. They're just pretty flighty in the rain, and it's raining pretty good. You can kind of see it. He's under a little umbrella, which is nice. I don't have them over all of them, and I wished I did because they get rain in them and the water's down their food. And then you need to change them so they get some good nectar when they go there and not just water. They do like the little umbrellas. Notice he went to the other feeder here. Where are we at here? He went over there, but that one's out in the rain. Promptly changed. But there's flowers. These flowers are close. I'm going to say close to the awning. But some of the plants kind of give them a little shelter from the rain too. Some of them not so much. He's hungry. In the sunshine, they don't zip back and forth so much. I don't know if it's so noisy that they're more worried about getting chased out of there, or if they're just extra hungry. I don't know. Over in my side yard, I have a squirrel that keeps trying to dump all of the bird food, and it's getting my attention. He has knocked the baskets on the ground, broken the branches off. And now he wants to go back and do it again. I hate to depart from my... Okay, where'd you go? Yeah. So he's over there trying to get into the bird feeder. Trying to spill all their food. Time to get another dome. Because he has done enough damage for the last few days. Anyways, that is what was getting my attention. Somewhere in here, there's a few hummingbirds. Clicking at each other. And that squirrel I've got to go do something about. Forgive me, but I'll have to stop here for a minute. Well, I'm back. But I have got to get another dome for that feeder. Keep that squirrel from just throwing all the food out, and to keep the rain out of it, because it makes the food all soggy. You don't mind it if it gets wet a little bit, but you don't want it rotten. Looking like I got a bit of a blurry lens. Try to keep them clean, but remember what I was telling you about the tail. If there's one fan that goes all the way across with the little white ends and black, that it's a male, and if there's a sweep up in the center with the little black feather, it's a female. Flew up in the trees. So I'm going to clean my lens and we'll try that again when they're close. Well, I'm eager to show you the blooms from my Spanish vine. Spanish flag vine here. They are coming out everywhere. And this is what they do. Stand up in the air and then they get a lot bigger. They might get about 4 to 5 inches tall, each little section there, and then the little flowers maybe inch and a half that stick out, and then they start opening on the bottom one so that there's nectar in there, little tubular flowers. There's my one on the fence. They are starting to bloom good. I don't see them all along the top, but they are there. There they are. Soon you won't see the vine, you will just see all the flowers. And I hope we still have hummingbirds. We still have zinnias. I always see these flowers from the other side. This is the outside view that the hummingbirds usually get. They come in from there, but those flag vine, they're gonna go right up the top, right up to the eave. I walk down further, but I have my slippers on and they're brand new, and well, the grass is soaking wet. But I will step over here, take a look at our other vine. Here's how my magenta is supposed to look. Magenta salvia, and they really like it. My bees balm, a little more lighter on the flowers this time of the year. But it's getting brand new growth everywhere, so. And my petunias that were loaded all across there, I don't know if they got too much rain or got dried out, but the blooms all folded up for the time being, and that isn't usually the case. But these blooms, I believe, are all for a heavenly blue. Heavenly blue. Oh, looky here who we have. Where you at? Aw, I was trying to get a look at him, then right in the lens. He was so close. He was about 6 inches from my phone, taking a good look at us. They didn't want to stop eating either. There are loads of flowers this morning, and with the rain, man, it knocks a lot of them off. But the bees aren't out this morning, so they're not knocking all the blooms off, which is every one they climb in just falls off. So they get the nectar and then they rip the flower off. Just their body's weight, not intentional. That is definitely a little male. Without seeing his tail. Their markings on their throat and their neck, whenever they're all little dark speckles like that, when they get in the light just right, pretty soon they start glowing either pink or red or magenta or whatever color they're gonna turn into. So it is fun to see them. I had one that for a long time would go take baths, and then he would go sit on a little shepherd's hook plant hanger, and whenever he did, right in the center of his throat started this little heart. And it looked like a perfect pink heart, really vibrant pink heart. Every time he'd look at you the right way. The feathers just started in that little section. One of these this year was like started on the side of its neck, which I don't seem to see very often. Oops. Trying to catch up with the hummers here. Oh, there's a few bees. The rain's slacking off. Oh, there's a hummer. Well, I'm going to give my phone a little rest. Unless I get too many hummingbirds here. Good stuff not to follow when they're just all around in front of you and all the bright flowers. But they're kind of hiding behind them. And when they come up top, it's usually because one of the other ones is chasing them. And off they go. I cannot believe, I don't know why, this bird bath I made the color of the stones around here. There's all kinds of this, I don't know, terracotta, red stone. These are kind of weathered, but the stones look exactly that color right there. And maybe because it's right in front of us, every one of my bird baths like this, the hummingbirds have played and played and played in and taken baths every little bit. But it was always over on the end of the yard over there. Not in the middle of the flowers where there was always other hummingbirds and birds that could chase them out. But it was right inside the fence under a bush. And the hummingbirds have just been going to this bird bath. They like it the best. And then there's one behind it. I don't know if you can see it. Not from here. My other one with the 3 yellow bowls and the flower inside. They've been going to that one a little bit lately. For a while, the pump wasn't working real even on it. And I kind of let it be that way so that I could keep the one that was right next to me going. But I just can't believe that they haven't used this. And I don't know if redstone is poisonous. I mean, I can't imagine there being minerals they don't like in it. I saw a really pretty vibrant red and white spotted mushroom up on top of the mountains. And they said that critters get used to knowing that red mushrooms and that kind of stuff is poisonous, but hummingbirds love red flowers. So, if anybody knows if this color, if there's a reason that this color would deter hummingbirds, it's exactly the same kind of depth. The nice water flow with the little bubble in the center that they always have gone to in the past. And I make them for hummingbirds. So, anyways, a little confused on that. I have not seen one hummingbird take a bath in this bird bath this year. They've looked at it an awful lot of times. So maybe it's just the location. They go to the flowers all around it and over it all the time. So there's got to be a reason that they don't go to this bird bath. Other than it's right next to us. I don't know. And maybe they go to it when I'm not here. Definitely go to the flowers. They disappear so quick. And now he's over here on the back side of those. I'd love it if he came and took a bath right in front of us and proved me wrong. But when the other bird baths were here, no matter how much they liked them, right in front of us, I never did see a hummingbird take a bath in any bird baths right here. So maybe it has everything to do with location. I used to have a little bathroom waste basket for a reservoir with a 2-liter pop bottle sticking out of it, a pump down inside that bottle, and a straw sticking out the top of the lid. I just made it big enough for one of those big milkshake kind of straws, smoothie straw, to stick out the top. And I put it, which was quite a distance from me, I mean, at least 20 feet, right inside that fence, right in between the plants and stuff there. And the hummingbirds went to that bird bath all the time. I don't think I have the pieces, or I could put it together and see if they would still go to that, just because it's farther away from us. But I hated to do that because sometimes the neighbor's cat comes over that fence right there. And I wouldn't want them getting ate if it hid out behind the plants or something. Anyways, I gotta think of those things. I'm sure the hummingbirds look and they're very cautious, but I just wouldn't want to set up a trap for them. Anyway, I am going to put my camera down now, drink some of my coffee, and watch a few hummingbirds. you have a great day. And thanks for subscribing, everyone that has. I am a couple views away from being able to get paid for the commercials they put on, or the ads that they put on my site. And it's been 2 years of just sharing my videos, and they reduced it. It was 100 subscribers, and they just reduced it to 500 subscribers, which was welcome news. Because with my husband, we're still trying to find a job for him. And anyways, we're not real. If he could walk in and say, hey, this is who I am, meet him, show him what he knows, talk to him, he could have a job in 5 minutes. But this doing it online and making sure that it says the right thing so that somebody actually looks at it, that's the hard part. Because we are just learning all that stuff, trying to be good at it. One thing I know, if you're job hunting and you're and if you're filling out applications online, if a job that you're looking at says they want 2 years experience and you have 10 years experience, you can say, I have 10 years experience, and it won't pick you out of the crowd, because the artificial intelligence and generators and things that help sort applications, they look at the wanted, somebody with 2 years experience, with this license, with this skill for this kind of computer, with this whatever. You go down the list of what they want, and if you're overqualified, you just write down exactly what they're looking for. I have this many years of experience, I have this degree, I have that, and word for word. And the more of those things that you, qualifications that you match perfectly, the more it'll put you on the top, so that somebody will look at your application. And the skills and abilities that you have, just make sure that you have what they're looking for. Because if you have 10 qualifications and somebody else has 20 of the qualifications they're looking for, there's a good chance they'll never see your application, no matter how qualified you are. So, anyways, just trying to do all of that to make sure that people will actually see his application is the hard part. And it's the part that takes a lot of time to go back and go through all of that, especially when you're trying to do it on a cell phone that's not a big screen. Yesterday I took it into the Indeed on my computer with a 40 or 50 inch TV screen so I can see it. And that made it a little easier. Believe it or not, there were still things that they say that are there that I did not see. But it's all good. We're learning. Hopefully we'll never have to do this again. I don't know where all these hummers were for a while, but now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, one on each feeder. Well, that one was buzzing around, but now he's over here chasing another hummingbird and flowers. There's about 5 that came in altogether. My son said somebody told him that there was a note on his computer message that said that there were a whole bunch of hummingbirds that were migrating through Colorado right now. And I know we have regular ones that are here every day. But boy, in the rain, these little guys are just hungry and excited not to have to compete with bees. Now you can tell this is a young one. He was pushing those flowers 2 to 3 inches, just trying to get lined up with it. He's still eating, but yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna set this down, but it's just tough when a whole bunch more hummingbirds come flying in. Might see a variety that's just beautiful that we haven't seen all year. There's a lot of young ones in this bunch. This one's a little better at eating. You can really tell when they get down on these little hot lips. Squeaking and chasing each other. Well, I got weeds coming up everywhere here. Oh. Well, thank you for watching and enjoying my hummingbirds with me. Every day I just wonder if they're all going to be gone today, and it's such a joy to come out here and see hummingbirds everywhere. And it'd be sad to have all these flowers and no hummingbirds in them. But so far, we're enjoying them. So, you have a great day. I will try to capture any beautiful ones on film that show up and surprise us. What I'm eager for is for these new blooms to open and them to be able to enjoy them while they're still here. Oh, have a great day. Be blessed. And hopefully in all these uncertain and crazy times, the good Lord's giving you peace too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.